Good evening, Cubes of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and tonight I am joined by my almost most often Saturday co-host, Roger. How you doing tonight, Metarog?
Oh boy, doing great, Gary. Thanks again for having me. Yeah, man, I love to be on here with you. As you know, whenever I'm available, you got great guests. Sean, of course, we're old pals from way back. So it's great to be on here and highlight Sean tonight.
Absolutely. And Sean, how are you tonight, sir? Thank you for
I
coming on. Our guest of honor tonight, guys.
I am good, Gary. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're gonna make you big, Sean.
All
And
right.
before we get into your stuff, we're gonna say hi to the crowd. So, Anachronic, how you doing tonight, Joe?
Hey,
Las
Joe.
Cruces, as usual. Thank you for being here, sir. We appreciate you. Gene, watching from Canada. Thank you, buddy. Happy to see you too. Pages Film and Plastics. Good evening. How are you?
Hey, Angel.
And we got a couple more here. Let me scroll down. We got Brian LCS. Good evening, Brian.
Brian.
And we got B Lucky Collects. Good evening, B Lucky. How are you, sir? And we got Collectibles to Astonish. Good evening, sir.
Oh,
Chop
great
and Drop.
name.
Good
That's a
evening.
great name. Love it.
Right. All right. So we got the chat started already. It's going well. Now, Sean, as I like to do with any live show that I have, I would like you to take a minute or two to introduce yourself. Not so much to the chat because they're here because they love you. They know who you are. But to the people who catch us on the rewind, who have never seen you before.
Gotcha.
So, who is Slim, and what is Slim Comics and More YouTube channel?
All right. So my name is Sean. Sean Lim. When you put the first capital letter S and then you put my last name Lim, you get Slim. So that's how I got my name, Slim Comics and More. I collect comics. I collect a lot of other stuff besides comics. That's why I put more. And we go to like every Sunday, we go to different restaurants with my family, and that's our thing. Also, we do a Sunday Fam Day, and I got started collecting comics when I was probably around 12 years old or so in junior high. My first book, I got a Wolverine book. So that's more like later on. I'll show that one. But I started collecting rather in the junior high or so, and later on when I got into high school, started collecting more of the image stuff. So basically, I'm kind of like a '90s type of kid. So and I collected a lot of the image books that came out. And it's a fun ride. Love collecting comics and other things as well. So that's why I have more than just comics. And I've been showing a lot of different type of other stuff, figures, Hot Wheels, and also I've been pulling out some cards. I've been doing some cards rips and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
So
plus you do action figures. You got a big
action
Spawn
figures.
collection.
I have Spawn figures. I've showed a lot of Spawn videos as well. Some of my I have Star Wars collections also, and a lot of more of McFarlane toys. So that's my collection, and I also have like mini
Jackson.
brush and all that. A lot of pops. I have pops too. So I collect more than just comics.
Yeah, and anyone that's been watching you for a while has seen that wall behind you keep evolving.
I'm alternating my, I guess, first appearances to more of the variants now, and it goes off and on. I will put other stuff later on, and it always changes. I don't want it to keep it all the same within like a year, so I always try to change it.
Yeah, mine is seasonal as well. Mine changes depending on like if I'm reading something that I really like, or if an artist comes to mind, or like George Perez when he got sick, I made a George Perez section.
Nice.
Like you, I change it. Sometimes it'll be first appearances, sometimes it'll be special editions. It's fun, right, Sean, to have that kind of variety that you can do that and change the scenery.
Yeah, like the bottom section or second to the third section here, I try to change it to suit my, I guess, my interest. And like the bottom section, well, most of these here, the two sections here are mostly all variants right now. But sometimes I switch out the bottom for like my favorite artists or so, like Jim Lee's. I would put like sometimes I switch it out and put Jim Lee's or Alex Ross and all the other main top artists, I'd say, like in my collection.
Cool. Cool.
I haven't seen you do Perillo yet, though, so I don't know.
I'll try to get some Perillos out there. I think I got some.
All right. Well, thank you. That's a great introduction. We got a good crowd already. So, Sean, let's get going with your books, buddy. What's your first book, and why is it one of your favorites?
I've always, as a kid, I always liked manga and the Japanimation art style. And this is my first book, and picked up Akira issue 1. So great stuff. This is by Katsumura Otomo, Katsuhiro Otomo. So yeah, he's a great Japanimation kind of like a manga style artist, and yeah, I always like Akira. Watched like the Akira movie, very dramatic, very great, cinematic type of animation. So yeah, this is one of my first type of Japanimation and a manga style book that I've always wanted, and I got one. So
And I think Akira, especially over here in America, was a lot of people's introduction to manga.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's also other books that I picked up pertaining to manga style art. So,
And
but this is a more
that
popular.
looks like you kept that in great shape, Sean.
It's yeah, it's decent. I wouldn't mind sending it in, except for this one little speck right down there.
Yeah, but as old as that book is,
Pretty old.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I have to open it up and see. I think it came out in
Late 80s, early 90s, I want to say.
90s, I believe. Yeah. Let's see here.
you see, the thing that got me into that scene was
1988.
Bubblegum Crisis.
Bubblegum Crisis, nice. Yeah,
The original Bubblegum Crisis, so
nice.
good.
It says here copyright 1988. So
Yeah.
Yep, 1988. So yeah,
I remember seeing the prestige format in the late 80s from Akira, so that's why I was pretty sure.
that's the back.
Yeah.
Now, it might be different from you, Sean, because I think you're younger than me and Roger, but when
A few years.
yeah, but like 88 doesn't seem like that long ago to me, and it's sad that it actually is that long ago.
Exactly.
It's this long time, yeah. So it came out in 1988. So yeah, it's a.
Because when Sean said he was a 90s kid, I'm like, oh man, I was a 20s guy.
Yeah, I had to go back and pick it up. So yeah, lucky some guy sold it for a good price, so I picked it up. So.
Very nice.
Cool.
Beautiful copy. And that's the great thing about this show is we see so many different flavors of books here. It's awesome.
Nice.
Great intro book. So
nice.
Let's follow that up. Let's get right into number 2.
Okay. When Top Cow and all the Image guys came out, I was hooked onto Michael Turner's artwork when he first started out with Witchblade. Great stuff by him. So also when Wizard came out, I was subscribed to those Wizard magazines. And since then, I can't find my Wizard magazines. I lost them. But this one, I kept this one. And this is signed by Mark Silvestri, Michael Turner, and David Wohl.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that is a Wizard special publication.
Now, it's not often somebody shows a book that I get a little bit jealous of. That's one of those books because Michael Turner is one of my favorite artists. I'm gonna have to buy something one time with his signature on it, just because obviously you can't get it anymore.
No,
But,
yeah, too bad he passed away. Yeah, he passed away too young. And no, lucky he was there at Chicago Comic Cons, I believe in around 90, 93, 94 or more. And yeah, I was lucky enough. I always go every year to those conventions, and unless I went back to college to change my field to nursing because I was a graphic artist before, and I had to go back. And those years, I stopped collecting for at least 3 years or so. But I was lucky enough to get him. So yeah, that's a nice Michael Turner. And those Image guys, they were actually pretty nice. I mean, they had those same tables, and they were all lined up. So
And some of my favorite things from that era was Michael Turner worked on it, Philip Tan worked on it, Adam Hughes worked on it. Was the Tomb Raider series from Top Cow.
yep.
That 50 issue series was amazing. They
Yeah,
nailed the tone. The art was beautiful in every book,
yep.
and the Lara Croft Witchblade crossover was really fun.
Yeah, I like that issue. I think I have it, but it's in the box. I'll pull it up, but I can't go in the box right now.
Oh, you're fine. I got it a couple times here. All right, well, great 2 books so far. Let's keep rolling, buddy. What you got?
All right. So when George Perez passed away, I was, everybody was pretty much shocked about it. But yeah, met him in, I believe, around when the Infinity Gauntlet book came out, and he was there at the Chicago Comic Con as well with Jim Starlin, and I was lucky enough to meet both of them. So I got the Infinity Gauntlet issue 1 signed by
Nice.
Jim Starlin and George Perez there. I actually have the whole set signed by them. So
Wow.
I believe I posted up on my Instagram, but yeah, all my books were signed by George Perez and Jim Starlin, except I think this one's signed by Jim Starlin, but the others were like signed by George Perez.
Right.
That's amazing. And
I
how
think the last couple were done by Ron Lim, but because George Perez couldn't finish them. But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to meet Ron Lim. I don't think he was in Chicago in the 90s. I never met him before. So one of these days, hopefully I can meet Ron Lim.
He's
But
super cool guy. Super duper cool guy.
But yeah, it's George Perez. I mean, great guy. I had a chance to talk to him. Yeah, very nice guy, and he'll let you sign as many as you can, I guess, before everything started slowing down. But yeah, great guy, and too bad he passed away. So
now I think we'll talk about this a second while you had that autograph up in the previous one. What a lot of people don't know, if you guys are watching this on the rewind, is that Sean is a serious collector. He's a collector's collector. But Sean has a lot of autographs. You have your book of just sketches that you had to do that they sketch in and autograph.
Yep.
So Sean collects their art. He gets sketches from artists. Sean does it all.
C2E2 is coming up. So we are planning to go this Saturday and Sunday. Friday we can't go because we'll be in Canada. We'll be in Niagara Falls. So, but yeah, Saturday and Sunday my boys will go. My wife doesn't want to go because she's not really a comic thing for her. But yeah, so it's just me and my boys. And yeah, I'll show some footage of the new C2E2. And hopefully I'll get more autographs since I'm there. So yeah. I've been collecting comics and I've been collecting autographs since '92. I think '92 was actually my first convention. I went to the Chicago Comic Con convention and met Aerosmith there. So,
wow!
And they were signing for Valiant because Valiant had a Aerosmith comic book.
Yep.
Yeah, and I got a poster and I got I think a comic book signed by the group Aerosmith. So that's like one of my
neat.
Wow. So the whole group signed it, every one of them?
I think the singer, I forgot his name, but who's the singer?
Steve Tyler?
Steve Tyler and the drummer and the bass guitarist or something was there or something. I think there was only three guys that was there for Aerosmith, and they signed the poster and a book that I got. So.
See, if this was back in the day, if I had any group sign anything, I'd love to get signatures from Kiss.
Kiss, nice, yeah. Kiss is a good group. But yeah, it was fun. I've ever since '92, I've been going to conventions until I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I was there for 3 years. So I stopped collecting, and then I went back. Then after that, went back to college, and then stopped for another 3 years. So that's from '92 on up to, I guess, 2003 or so. And then I started picking back up, collecting comics and then getting more autographs again. So
nice.
But I do have like over 3 long boxes of autograph books.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
So
amazing.
it's a lot of books. A lot of great artists. I got Stan Lee. I got 2 Stan Lees in the case here. One, the amazing one, well, no, Spider-Man issue 1, the silver cover signed by him, and also the Marvel Comics Presents the Wolverine, signed by Chris Claremont and Stan Lee. So,
Wow.
yeah, and I have, I think, one somewhere in the box down here. But
Just
yeah,
a couple.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's fun collecting autographs as well, and yeah, I'm looking forward to C2E2 coming up.
And I assume you like remarks as well.
Yeah, I like art, sketch art. I have my sketchbook, and I'll bring my sketchbook to. Hopefully, I'll go around the artist alley. I mean, I don't ask for much. I just ask for their autograph, and then they just start doing sketches, which is cool, and that's a plus. It's
if they see a sketchbook, they're like, "Well, this guy did it. I'm not gonna just do a signature."
Right.
right.
Well, see,
That's good
how
psychology,
fun tricks them, right? I mean, you could just sign your name if you want to be a dick, but I mean, everyone else drew the picture.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't do that. I just
is that Alex Ross in the page before? There's no way I'm letting that one go.
Right.
So yeah, it's fun going to conventions and meeting the artists and writers as well. I wouldn't mind meeting Chris Claremont. He's going to be there again, so we'll see.
Nice. Yeah, this weekend we have Keith Williams and Mike Grow up at our Empire Fest.
I saw your autograph books by Keith Williams.
Yeah, I bought a print from him too, a She-Hulk one. I got to shoot that video for Monday.
Nice.
I had a nice little haul. All right, number 4, Sean.
Number 4. Okay, Jim Lee, one of my favorite Jim Lee artists. He's like, I guess when I started collecting X-Men, he is like my favorite with the Chris Claremont and Jim Lee run on the Uncanny X-Men. So I chose this one because this one is signed by Jim Lee. But this one, my older brother actually drew this one on a big poster board. He actually drew the cover of Jim Lee. So that kind of has like
personal connection to it, huh?
Personal connection to it because my brother actually, recreated this cover for himself, but also it looks cool, and he puts it up in his room and stuff like that. But yeah, my brothers and I, we went to Chicago Comic Con. Was able enough to meet Jim Lee, and my brother created the same cover, so that's pretty cool.
So you and your brother share a love of comics, huh?
Yeah, all 3 of us were graphic artists. We went to the same school. We graduated as a graphic designer. We had like a BFA in art, and all of us were all graphic artists until later on. I got out of it because they let me go, so I switched fields into nursing. So, but at first, yeah, comic books. Yeah, love of art is our main thing, and comic books is another way of showing a different type of art style. So yeah, so this was
Evening, Nadia.
That's one of my favorite Jim Lee covers. So
nice. Well, I think when Jim Lee started drawing the X-Men, everybody sat back and went, "Whoa!" Because Jim Lee's a great artist, but there was something magical about him and the X-Men together. It was just such a great combination.
Yeah, it's a good combination with Chris Claremont. Those two make a great team, I think. And the story from Chris Claremont actually makes the X-Men come back to life. And yeah, Jim Lee's artwork is very exceptional, very like top notch. He's the creme of the creme, of all the artists. And yeah, it shows in his artwork. And yeah, it's like it sold millions on the X-Men books, and can't go wrong with Jim Lee.
Right.
It was a big upgrade from John Romita Jr. Let me tell you that.
Right.
Oh, I can't. Once he went boxy art, I was done.
Yeah, me too. I'm done.
His old stuff, incredible. Like
yeah,
Contest of Champions, John Romita Jr., incredible. Yeah. But once he went boxy, I couldn't hack it.
I skipped out on the X-Men during the John Romita Jr. I couldn't take it.
He's doing the Amazing Spider-Man now, John Romita Jr.
Yeah.
And he's done some good things. He's done some really good things, but that X-Men run is awful.
Yeah. I didn't like it either.
All right, number 5, Sean.
Number 5. Okay. Going to movies. I've always liked movies pertaining to like different sci-fi stuff, like Predator, and this is one of my favorite Predator covers. And
Oh, fantastic cover.
this is signed by Dave Dorman.
Ooh.
Dave Dorman did the cover to this one.
I look at the detail on that. It's almost like a picture.
Right. So I was lucky enough to meet Dave Dorman at Chicago Comic Con as well, and yeah, he's a cool guy. I mean, not too many people was there for his line, but I knew who he was and I knew what he does, and he does a lot of Star Wars books as well, and he does a lot.
Unfortunate, especially like Roger noted with the detail, like just the amount of time it must have taken him just to draw all that on the skull.
Right. I mean, it's very detailed stuff. I mean,
look at those follicles on his head. I mean, they're all just
yeah,
amazing. It's just it takes your breath away, honestly.
So yeah, he's a great cover artist. Love his stuff on Star Wars as well. But I've always liked Predator, and when Predator came out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm like, man, I gotta get this book. You know, it's like great Predator cover. So yeah, Dave Dorman.
I'm with you, Gene.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Not too many people was on his line, so I was there, and you know, I got all my books signed by him. A lot of my Star Wars book I had him signed too. Yeah, great guy. So I don't think I've seen any new ones from Dave Dorman, but yeah, he's been doing a lot of great stuff for Dark Horse, a lot of older stuff.
Great. So basically, a great horror fantasy sci-fi artist, huh?
Yeah. So when I watch how he does it, then I go into the new kind of like the modern artists of painting style, like Alex Ross. I mean, those two guys are like one of the best, I think, in the industry for like painting styles or so. So yeah, and speaking of Alex Ross, this is my other one.
All right. Oh, so all right, all right.
Segue there,
number 6 then.
Segue.
So this is Universe X Special. Love this Alex Ross cover of the Fantastic Four, kind of like grim tombstone like, but it's very cool.
I've never seen that one.
And this is signed by Alex Ross on there. So yeah, it's very kind of like a dark and moody, but yeah, I just love it.
Yeah, that's great. It almost looks like an album cover.
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
Got like the fire there and the heads, like floating heads around there. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, that whole Universe X and Earth X run it's cool and bizarre, but the art is just outstanding, you know.
Yep.
And Universe X is something I've never read, so I'm not familiar with that run at all.
Yeah, it came out I think late 90s or early 2000s or so.
I think in the 90s, yeah.
In the 90s, yeah. But yeah, Alex Ross, when he started Marvels, when I watched Circumstances on your channel, he pulled out the Marvels books by Alex Ross. Yeah, those were the main books that actually got me started collecting Alex Ross stuff too. And I got into more of his like the Earth X and Astro City. Astro City was actually pretty good by Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross as well.
And like his first like cover was weird that he broke into comics, that Terminator cover.
Yeah, it's weird. But no, I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Well, it was a cool cover. Just the design of it was odd, but
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Alex Ross, one of my other favorite top artists. So Jim Lee and Alex Ross, those two are like my top two.
Nice. All right, number 7, sir.
All right. Yeah, I like Transformers. I have like Transformers as well, and figures and some other types of books. And this is the first one I always wanted to get, and so I got Transformers number 1.
Nice.
Such an iconic cover too.
Yeah.
Again, a cover that looks like a movie poster.
Yeah. Isn't that Larry Hama there on the left?
This one?
Yeah, isn't that Larry Hama? Isn't that like a self-portrait or something?
It looks like Larry Hama, yeah.
Looks like Larry Hama, yeah.
Back in the day.
I think they drew him in there, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, when I first watched the Transformers movie, the animation movie, that was like, wow, that was actually pretty cool. So I had to try to find a Transformer book and look for issue 1 and pick this one up. Yeah, great Transformers. I never I never really got into Transformers until I watched the movie. So the movie actually got me into collecting Transformer stuff.
So you started with Optimus dying and then went backwards.
Yeah, it's okay. So then I
Right.
started picking out figures as well, and some other odds and um,
So, who is your favorite Transformer?
um,
Is it an Autobot or a Decepticon?
I like the Decepticons
Yeah. Ooh. Are
because
you a Starscream guy?
they're more bigger and badder, I guess. But I like the Constructicons. I like
Oh.
Devastator.
Yeah, they're cool. Yeah.
Yeah, those when I saw those connecting, how they connected to each other, make it a into a bigger Constructicon, bigger Transformer. That was like that's awesome. I was like I was blown away. So yeah, I don't have the Transformer the Constructicons, but I was like looking. So uh, later on, I might pick one up. So we'll see.
Now, were you a fan of the movies too, Sean, or did you think they did them a little dirty?
Yeah, it's okay.
Because I
Uh,
thought it was a lot of flash and no substance.
yeah, for me, I thought it was more how you say it.
Except for the Bumblebee movie, I thought was really good with Haley Steinfeld.
The Bumblebee was good, but the other Transformers, it was more of a show instead of actually like I think pertaining to like the characters or so. I mean, you see the Transformers, and then it's more of like it's a show. I mean, it's like like what you say is flashy, but it's not as like how they depict it in the animations or so.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like they tried to really the human characters, the story built around them, and the Transformers were sort of the subplot parts, but
Right.
it wasn't the focus of the movie.
Yep. I mean, it was enjoyable. I mean, I liked it, but they should have put more of the Transformers in the more of the spotlight.
Right. Well,
But
definitely. I mean, that's what you're going there for. You're not going there for the silly humans.
right.
Silly humans.
Well,
But
we're
I
gonna
mean,
we're gonna
almost.
pause 1 second. We're gonna highlight Marcus's comment. So, guys, voting closes for the nominations. He said for Brian LCS, nominations close July 23rd for the CBCA awards. So please make. Oh my gosh, I can't talk all of a sudden. Please make some time. Get over to the cbcawards.org and vote for your favorite YouTube channels. And hopefully, me speak better in a minute. We'll see. All right, Sean, number 8, sir.
All right, number 8. Star
Cave
Wars.
Gary comes out once in a while.
Star Wars is one of my favorite movies of all time. 4, 5, and 6 are the original trilogies. That's like one of the best Star Wars ever, and then the others suck. But so I picked up Star Wars.
Nice.
Star Wars 1. So I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, you got to have a Star Wars book, and you can't go wrong with issue 1. So when I first watched Star Wars, it's just like watching my first Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was blown away. As a kid, when I was growing up, that's like my first sci-fi movie that I watched. So Star Wars was like in my blood, and that's why I collect a lot of Star Wars figures. And I also have I went to conventions to meet the Star Wars characters and actors, and I got their autographs as well. So yeah, Star Wars is a big part of my I guess growing up as well.
Well,
So
I mean,
Star
and
Wars.
that's the best sci-fi shows. You're talking Star Trek, Star Wars. You brought up Predator, Alien. The
Yeah,
one thing they all have in common is great creature designs,
true. Yeah,
and the creatures have a mythos behind them, which helps create something even more fun to dive into. The ones that it's just a dumb creature and there's nothing behind it, those seem to go away. But all those franchises just have so much great lore
right.
in their expanded universes.
Yep. So yeah, so Star Wars. I mean, it grew on me, and then it came a part of my life when I was growing up as a kid. So it's like it's a no brainer that I started picking up Star Wars figures and Star Wars cards, and then later on I got the books and some of the figures autographed when I went to see the like David Prowse. I met David Prowse, Darth Vader actor. I met Boba Fett, Jeremy Bullocks, and I met several other like R2D2, Kenny Baker was
Kenny Baker.
R2D2. So, yeah, I met those guys at the Chicago Comic Con, and I met Darth Maul, Ray Park over at Mid Ohio Con.
Also the Toad.
The Toad, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So he portrayed Toad in the X-Men, and I got those guys. I was lucky enough to meet those guys, and I don't know. I haven't really seen any other new Star Wars actors. So, but in the '90s, they were pretty easy to meet. So
Now, did you meet Mark Hamill?
he wasn't there. So
Oh.
Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher, they were hard to get. I missed out on Carrie Fisher before
Harrison?
Harrison.
Did you get Harrison Ford?
No.
None of the big three, huh?
He was doing Indiana Jones. He was still acting a lot. The others
Yeah.
two, not so much. Yeah.
Yeah, and I never met those big name other ones like Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher. Yeah, never met them.
Now, when you watch Star Wars as a young Sean, what blew you away about it? Like, was it Luke's story, Han's story, or was it the dark? Or did you like the dark side of that too?
Well, Darth Vader he's my favorite. He's my favorite character. So I was like,
See, guys, we're bringing out the dark side of Sean
Yeah.
tonight. Decepticons and the darks and the Sith.
so that's my first pop for Darth Vader. But I like Star Wars because of the story and also how they do the special effects back in the day. I was kind of blown away by how they did the space scenes and how the ships move and all that stuff, the special effects. And I was interested in art because of that as well. And I tried to get into kind of like the special effects animation part and stuff like that. But yeah, Star Wars, basically the 4, 5, and 6, was it Empire Strikes Back is my favorite movie.
I'm with you.
So yeah, so
That's really my only movie that I really love in
That's
Star
your
Wars.
only
I don't
movie?
even like the other ones. I just like Empire Strikes Back.
yeah, Empire Strikes Back is one of the best.
Yeah, I mean,
when Darth Vader came out. I was
It's got
like,
everything. It's got everything you can want in a movie. It's got drama. It's got betrayal. It's got intrigue. It's got space battle. It's got
Revelations.
it's got romance. Everything is in there.
right. So yeah, the whole works in that one movie, and it just blows me away how they do it. And
So true, Jackson.
1, 2, and 3, and then the rest, 7, 8, and 9. Those are like the worst ones.
The lesser said, the better.
I rather watch the new ones than the prequels.
Hours and hours for just seconds of actual scene.
Yeah, they had to move it like 1 micro inch, I mean, like that.
Yeah,
amazing.
it's Empire Strikes Back with Yoda and all that. Yeah, that's the best one.
Well, that and just the opening battle. I think when Empire came out, that whole first scene with the AT-ATs, the AT-ATs, that battle and Luke taking them out and everything was just blew everybody's mind. These big land walkers.
Yeah. That's also was it the scene where he fights Luke when they were when Han Solo got carbonized, Cloud City.
Right.
That was pretty cool
That
too.
was epic stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, and,
impressive.
And Boba Fett.
I love that scene.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my favorite movie, and lucky enough to have Star Wars 1. So yeah, great book.
Nice. Wow, that's a good number.
I saw it in the theater, the first one in the theater. I made a long line around a block, and then I couldn't get in for that. That viewing. I had to wait for the next one. I had to get to another line, and I finally saw it like 3rd or 4th day it was out, and it was worth it.
I think I finally lost track. Was that book 8 or book 9?
8.
I think.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number
9. Number 9.
All right.
9.
So when Wizard came out, I subscribed to Wizard, but this is the book that I will probably cherish till I die because it has like over 100 autographs.
Wow.
So it's the big cover book.
Okay.
So this one has tons and tons of. I even got a paper of all the autographs I got. So from the start, you have it all filled up.
Wow.
So you
Now,
have.
did you bring the silver Sharpie so it was all the same color?
Sometimes I did, yeah. But I asked the artist if they can sign in silver because it's a black cover.
Black cover, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
So
tell.
then when you open up the second one, it's all filled up too. You got James Abar, The Crow, basically almost everybody except for Stan Lee and Jim Lee. Those two, for some reason, I didn't get. Then almost every page is signed, but not all the pages. Got Joe Quesada there and Mark Teixeira.
You got Roy Thomas in there?
I didn't get Todd McFarlane though. So Roy Thomas, I don't know. I gotta see if I got Roy Thomas in here.
Look at the table of contents there.
Page 3, Article 87.
See, so somewhere. I don't think I met Roy Thomas. I didn't meet Roy Thomas.
Oh, he's if you met him, you'll know it because that guy's a fountain of knowledge. Holy smokes.
He is going to be in Pennsylvania in August. I'm going to try to get down to see him.
August, okay.
It's worth it, man. That guy it's just amazing how much knowledge he has about comic books.
I got to reach out to Anachronic and then Matt and see if they want to come down.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, I don't think I met Roy Thomas. So he's probably one of the characters I want to meet. Yeah, he's not in here, but yeah, this book has over 116 autographs.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, 116.
That's cool.
The back here is all filled up too. So when you go to the back, it's all filled up.
Nice. I'm not big on signatures on comic covers, but something like that, yeah, that's cool.
So in the back is all filled too.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that is incredible. Oh, look at you can always tell Simonson's signature.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Walt Simonson was there.
And Mike Zack too, usually.
I got Gene Colan right there. Gene Colan.
Oh, that's a good one they had.
Another great creator.
Yeah. Yeah, Walt Simonson's there. Mike Mayhew's. Alex Subiec and a bunch of other big names that were there. But yeah, this is a book that I probably won't, I would never sell this book. Or
there you go, Sean.
Priceless.
Jackson Roycourt. No Roy Thomas, Rage Unsub Slim.
I never met him. I don't think he was at the convention, so that's why.
And Chip wants to know if you went to the Fan Expo.
Fan Expo. No. We're saving up for our vacation that's coming up next week. We're going to Cancun. Then after that, we're going to go to Canada on the north side of Niagara Falls. Then after that, we will go to C2E2.
You'll be by Gary.
You will. You'll be like an hour away.
Hour away? All right. So, yeah, this is Rob Liefeld, whatever.
That's still, I mean, say what you want about him. He's still popular for a reason.
He was hot back then. Yeah,
it's true. Yeah, in the 90s, he was hot. Then I got Mike Mignola.
I mean, he revitalized New Mutants when nobody was reading it.
Yep.
Nobody even read it even when he was on there, but they looked at it.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's most of the pages are signed. Not all of it, but like here you got Mark Silvestri.
That's a nice cap.
Nice.
This one is George Perez signed this one.
Oh yeah,
yes, George Perez.
And Mark Silvestri, he had.
That's his artistic signature.
Realize that he had a long run drawing King Conan for a while.
Mm-hmm. King Conan, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, this is this I will never trade it for anything. So.
No, that's amazing, and that's a one of a kind item now.
Yeah, it's gonna be in my collection for till I die, or my boys will have it. So
you need like one of those pedestals with the glass enclosure.
Yeah, that's right.
Like something,
Yeah, negative pressure, that kind of thing.
Right. The glowing lights behind it. A little activation every time somebody walks by.
Ultraviolet protection. Yeah. Motion alarms.
Motion sensor.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's amazing, Sean. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
That is incredible.
And that's something you'll never see again. That's that right there. That's a unique item.
Yeah, I would trade it or sell it or anything with it.
Laser beams.
All right, so number 10, and then we're going to get to one with an extended story. But first,
Okay,
number 10.
So this one is also a book that I brought to conventions to get autographs. This is the Marvel's comics. So that's the cover.
Ooh.
So that's the cover sleeve to it. And then in the back, you have all the artists on the back here. So I went to conventions trying to get all the autographs. But the one thing I like about this book is Bill Sienkiewicz. He signed his section of the book with all different signatures that he did.
Yep.
So
Got
this
a bunch of
is,
them. Yep.
let me get to his section here. Okay, so this is his section. So every page he signed it differently. So which is cool and very unique. So
You must give CBCS a problem they're trying to verify. They must have to keep
Exactly.
a couple different
It's a nightmare
signatures
for
on
them.
hand for them.
I got to take off the sleeve. So first one, he signed it like that. That's
Nice.
Bill Sienkiewicz, like long signature.
That's like illegible totally.
Yep. And then this one, almost the same, but then this one is a little different.
Oh yeah.
But that is one of the best electric covers that I like. That's a
That's
nice
from
one.
Electra Assassin, I think.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then
with the gun that she couldn't feasibly carry.
Yeah, she'd have to be like superhuman.
this one, almost the same signatures.
Oh, he had a lot of fun on that book.
Yeah, there's a.
He just
He
went to
was,
town.
he was
on that.
looking through it, and then he was asking me, "So how do you want how do you want it signed?" I'm like, "Whatever you want." Then every page he tried to sign it differently, which is cool. And then this one is a little different. That's the Hulk one.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And
That
then,
looks like a glyph. I mean,
I was just going to say, yeah. The Ghost Rider one. I've never seen that Ghost Rider one. That's incredible.
that one's cool. Yeah, the signature is different.
Chip's telling you, Sean, that
Oh.
Bill will be at Lake County Dunn Museum August 13th. He
Oh,
plans to
okay.
go and get stuff signed. Well, I'm going to try to go to Pennsylvania on the 13th because that's when Roy Thomas is going to be in PA.
Okay, all right.
If I had to choose between the two, it's Roy Thomas all day, every day.
oh yeah, I'm with you.
I wouldn't mind getting Roy Thomas, but that's kind of too far.
You're getting some Conan comics signed.
Oh, definitely.
So then this is like more of the New Mutant stuff.
Oh yeah.
Wolfsbane.
Warlock.
She was always my favorite New Mutant because I'm a big werewolf fan.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep, that's more like the Mojo there. That's a different type of signature.
And that's
Yeah,
one of the
that
craziest looking
horizontal
mojos
signature.
you'll see.
Oh, he had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, he was cool. Yeah, this
Oh,
one.
he had a big section of that book, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole section in the back is basically his section.
Is that Polaris? Who's
That's
that over there?
Yep, that's Polaris.
Okay, all right.
That's Polaris, yep. Then let's see here. Yeah, you got the Brood and Professor X.
Now, see, I wonder if we'll ever see the Brood in a movie.
They kind of look like aliens, basically.
They
Almost.
look like xenomorphs. Yeah, it sounds. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Oh yeah, I've seen that from Marvel
Wolverine.
Masterpieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like ridiculously long eye
Yeah,
covering.
this is the last one. So he had fun signing it.
Oh man! Wow.
That's okay. I mean, what a treat for him too to have that much joy to do it, and very cool of him to do it for a guest.
Yeah.
Yep. This one also had like Alex Ross section as well, so I had Alex Ross sign it as well. That's a section, and I had Joe Jusko as well. Just Joe Jusko.
Ooh, nice.
Alex Ross section is actually pretty nice too.
Oh, a lot of his Marvels work.
That's Marvel. Yeah.
Marvels was like the first books I ever bought from Alex Ross.
Yeah, more Marvels.
Yeah, this Marvels. I love that
Marvel
Spider-Man
Zebra.
cover. Yeah, it's a nice one. And this is the big gatefold one. I think where's the gatefold? So it's like the Earth X gatefold. Let me see here. Yeah, this one is it's a big one. So this one is signed. I can open it up.
I say, yeah, don't drop your book on here.
Yeah.
We'll all cry live.
So that is yeah, it's a big one. I can't like get over it. All right, here you go. I don't know if I can't open it. It's too big. I don't want to rip it.
I know what it
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like.
don't take
worry.
the chance.
Yeah, I don't want to rip it.
You don't want to rip it. That's for sure.
But yeah, this book I won't sell it. I won't trade it for anything as well. Yeah, it's gonna be in my collection forever. So I love getting autographs. I love getting different books like these graphic novels or so, art books. They have different type of artists, and I always try to go to conventions and try to have at least multiple signatures if I bring these.
A lot of time waiting in line, huh?
Yeah, that too.
Yep. Yeah. That's why I don't like signatures, because I'm always hunting comics, and I was like, let those signatures go there.
No, I mean it's worth it. I mean, I don't mind standing in line, but
Well, yeah, your collection's unique and one of a kind.
Yeah.
All right, so what you got for number 10, Sean?
10. Okay, so was that the 10?
No, I think we're down to the one. The
One.
I'm sorry. What's the one with the story? I'm sorry.
The story is I always wanted to
need a
go back.
checklist, Gary.
But I always get distracted looking at what our guest brings, and then I lose track because the wonder part of my brain gets distracted by what's in front of me.
I'll keep my own checklist from now on, Gary, to help you out.
Thank you.
So this book, this lab, I always wanted to go back and pick up my first book. If you followed me, I've shown this one before. This is Wolverine issue 17, the John Byrne cover. This is actually my first book that I've ever bought. When I was a kid in junior high, there was a Eagle store, and after track, we go across the block. I think it's like 2 blocks away from the high school, the junior high school, and we went to Eagles, and it was on the rack. And this is the first book that popped up, and I love the cover. And John Byrne, I think he did a great job on this cover.
John Byrne always does a great job. He's one of those guys, and a 9.8 too. That orange background is tough.
Yep. So I had to go back and pick up a high grade, and that's what I got. So yeah, my first book I ever bought, and had to go back and it's more of a sentimental grail, I would say. I mean, my first book I ever bought, I might as well get a high grade of it. So
yeah. I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
And it stuck with you if you remembered it as your first book, because I couldn't tell you the first book I bought. I have no clue.
Wow.
I
was a reader. I just bought whatever I could buy.
I can tell you what was on the rack the first time I bought in 7-Eleven. It's all in here.
Oh, nice. All right. So yeah, I mean,
I had trouble keeping a scorecard, so.
I mean, I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but I can remember what happened 50 years ago.
Nice.
So that must have been a great feeling when you got that in the 9.8, Sean.
Yeah. My wife doesn't like it, but I like it.
Well,
she doesn't like the cover?
No, I mean price wise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, my wife, she loves that I like to collect comics. She supports me in ways. She knows that I love comics, and that won't go away. So
tell her it's an investment.
I always tell her it's an investment.
Yeah. Me, I don't invest in comics, but if it comes to why I need it, honey, it's an investment.
Yep.
Works every time.
Yeah, and you know what? Everybody has a hobby, and it's life, man. You got to enjoy yourself.
Yep.
It can't just all be work and no reward.
True. Agreed. Yeah. Yep. So that is my first book I ever bought, and I always wanted a high grade of it. So
very cool.
I got it.
Yep. Yeah, excellent, Sean. All right, so what's your spec pick, sir?
My spec pick. Okay, I think this guy is very underrated. I think he will hopefully pop in the MCU later on or so. But this is Deathlock.
Oh,
Deathlock the Demolisher. So this is Astonishing Tales, Fishing Deathlock the Demolisher is what, issue 25. There you go, Roger. There you go.
I'm with
Yeah.
you on that one. I'm with you on that one, Sean. 100%.
So, yeah, I think he's very underrated, and hopefully he pops up soon in the MCU or in other medias. But yeah, I think
he
he's a
was
great
he was
character.
a little bit on Agents of Shield, but a really
Yeah.
bastardized version of him.
Very
Yeah.
different. Yeah. You
Yeah.
also have the first George Perez art in the back on a little 2-page satire.
Yep.
Ooh.
So yeah, so this is I think this is a great book and very underrated.
And it's a great. Yes, he's a hero, but it's a very horror-like cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's my
he's a reluctant hero. Honestly, he's more like an anti-hero, but
anti-hero. Yeah. So yeah, it's a cool character. I hope Marvel would bring him to like the MCU, which is pretty cool.
You got J80's Hobbies telling you that's a beauty, Sean.
Thanks, Jay. There you go. So yeah,
and it is a beauty.
One of my favorite books.
I'm with
you. That's my books, guys.
Now you're not just a collector; you're also an avid reader, right, Sean?
Every time I have a chance to read, I'll read it. I always read my books at night because that's when I get off work. And then I also, try to support other communities as well. So watch other people's videos, but that takes a lot of time.
It gets tough, and the more subs you get, the harder it gets to watch a little bit of everybody.
I noticed that, yeah. But I read a lot of independent books right now. I've been picking up a lot of independent books, a lot of more Batman books, but mostly a lot of independent stuff. But I've been picking up Marvels as well. Marvel will probably never go away. I like Marvel. But more of the independent books that are popping up, I've been picking up. Something is Killing Children. I think that's a great book. And then it was a Department of Truth. I've been picking up that one as well. But other stuff from other different companies, I try to pick up, support other low budget companies as well. But yeah, I read when I have a chance. I will read all my books. So
now, who is your favorite hero?
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Okay.
I was gonna say.
I didn't know if it was because it's the first book you bought or.
First character that I love, I guess, and I always fall back to Wolverine. Like the new series, some of it's good, some of it's not. Then I kind of pick up off and on. But Wolverine, I sometimes fall back to Wolverine.
And I think men that grew up of your age, the claws were just so it's just such a feral power, right? To have those claws. When you're a kid, that's just imagination right there at the end of your hands.
So yeah, so Wolverine, one of my favorite characters. So I always
very nice. Oh, that was a great show. Thank you, Sean. Those are incredible books. I love that you led with Akira, which is a book that keeps going in and out of popularity, but it's always there.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite animation. One of my favorite book as well, and it's just a great story. When you watch the movie, the adaptation, and all that stuff of Akira, it's a great series. Great book and a great movie. So.
Yeah, I thought that about that Battle Angel Alita movie too, which everyone I went and saw that. I thought it was amazing. So good. So we'll start by rounding up. Roger, what's coming up for you, sir?
Not much. I'm going to be in Texas next week. I'm be visiting my daughter. My wife has a conference, so I don't think I'm going to be doing much until next weekend.
Okay. Nice. Well, if you're back next Saturday, I do have another show coming up.
Let me know. I'm not sure if I'll make it, but if I can, if I'm here, I will.
Nice. And Slim, what's coming up on your channel, Sean?
We have our Sunday Fam Day, so I think my wife is off, unless she's on call. Sundays, sometimes on call Sundays. Oh. So so I'm not sure because my one of my coworkers is leaving, and we're supposed to have the get together at 2. So I'm not sure how our Sunday Family, how I'm going to do our Sunday Family video. So we'll see.
Nice.
Yeah,
And coming up on my channel, guys, tomorrow on the 17th, I have a video dropping from the Women of Power mystery box I got from Jimmy Jam's garage sale. Really fun box. Just one book in there paid for the whole box, so I was happy with that. Monday, I bought a few books and an art print from Empire Fest 3, so I'm going to have a video out Monday with those books and the art print from Keith Williams, who did, I'll give you, it's a great She-Hulk he did. It was amazing. And he was kind enough, he pulled it out of the sleeve, signed it again for me, even though I just got 5 books signed from him. But a more gentlemanly person you could not meet. Keith Williams was absolutely phenomenal, as was his wife. Just really, really nice people. It was just so much fun to spend a little bit of time with them. And then, of course, we have Biggie Shack on the 10-1-1 this Tuesday.
Nice.
Wow.
And then we have Alan Rue coming up next week on In the Hot Seat with the Usual Suspects. And then on another bonus, the 10-1-1 next Saturday, we have Bobby De La Ghetto on. So
Nice.
we'll be seeing some books from him. And he's got a great collection.
Yep.
But again, I want to thank the audience. Great turnout, guys. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate everyone in the audience coming out to support Sean and the channel. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And and I want to thank Roger for coming on and co-hosting. Thank you, Roger.
Always a pleasure.
And Sean, thanks for making time to come on the channel, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks for having me. It's been a long time. I was trying to get onto your show as well. So yeah, thanks for having me tonight. And Roger, nice meeting you again.
Likewise, man. Hopefully we can do some more streams together.
Hopefully I can be on the Cover Slingers, so we'll see.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Just don't let Roger whoop you.
Yeah.
Sean's whooped me before. Trust me.
All right, guys. Until next time, keep it casual. Attention all, use channel sponsor Rogue Trader at theroguetraderutah.com and my code Keep It Casual for 10% off your comic cleaning and pressing needs. Remember, when submitting your books to be graded, use a trusted professional.